Hello everyone. It's James again. And before I start today's video, I just want to quickly say, all work in this video contains 100% original content of and by myself James Smith, otherwise known as Bgood 4000, and was uniquely created with NAWMAL software, by myself James Smith. As I purchased commercial rights from NAWMAL to produce my unique and original video with this software. Commentary is uniquely my own thoughts, feelings, and expressions. Now that I have that out of the way, I do hope your day is going fantastic. And your journey to self-betterment is going better than fantastic. With that said, today I want to talk about something very important. And that is a question. Are narcissists injecting their ever-raising bar into society? And I ask that because you see in normal everyday society, relationships that are sturdy and rock solid are getting to become more and more rare. And the main reason why we see that most relationships don't work out are money issues. And it's like I talked about before. The narcissist discard. The narcissist will discard you when they have you all used up. And there's nothing left. And or you lost your job and are now struggling to get yourself back to where you were at. The fact is, the backbone of society are the people in that society. When these people can work together for the better or worse, they can build healthy and strong families. Not perfect families, but healthy and strong. And an example can be set for the next generation. So forth and so on. But what we have now is a contest of how much money do you have. And if you don't have a certain amount, then you aren't worth to even be looked at. And that is truly sad. There are some really decent and hard-working people this very moment that are down on their luck. Things don't appear to be going their way. Heck, things haven't been going their way, so it seems, for maybe the last few years. However, no one wants to talk to them or get to know them. Why? Why? You see, there is something vastly wrong when someone will give up someone that is caring, kind, and strong at the same time. To give up someone like this just to be with someone with a questionable character. They know nothing about them. But they see they have money. And it's happening every single day of the week. But how did we get to this point? Yes. Money has been a factor in things since money has been around. But ditching someone for money or a bag of silver wasn't something that was glorified. It was something that was rightfully looked down upon. It was looked down upon because you gave your word to love someone for life. And this person didn't treat you bad or anything. Their only fault is they got laid off from work. Or they got sick. And I've seen it happen to some of the most unlikely people. This person that seems to have it all gets sick and their spouse leaves them to go through treatment by themselves. And to fight for their family along with fighting for their very life. That at one time though did still happen. It wasn't seen as fashionable or accepted. It was seen as mean, cruel, rotten and dirty. But where did we go wrong? Where did this way of thinking, being and acting become part of mainstream? Where? Well, let's look at the narcissist. They always want more, don't they? Nothing you or I do is good enough for them. They say they want this. And we get it for them. And they complain it's the wrong size or the wrong color. We break our tail to make this person happy and they never are. The bar keeps rising and rising. They say if you just marry me, that they won't treat you bad anymore. And then you get married to them and they treat you worse than ever before. Because of something they said you forgot to do. But then we take a look around and we listen how the average person is talking about relationships and their life. And it seems like they are now living that ever-raising bar lifestyle of the narcissist. And to a degree I think they know it's toxic. Though they might not know its origins. Because they like to put that bar onto others and not have it put on themselves. Why on earth would I want to marry and have a family that put a dollar amount on how much I'm supposed to earn per year? Because when someone is telling you that, they are telling you loud and clear. If you start to make below that amount at any part of the relationship, your marriage, your courtship, or whatever it is you want to call it, is now skating on thin ice and can end at any moment. You can be left like you never mattered, and all of the good times you spent, and the I love yous that were said, never happened. Oh wait. That kind of sounds like the narcissist, doesn't it? You see, we all should try our best to put our best foot forward in life, even in our work and professions. But we are living in some difficult times, and we have for quite a long while. But the expectations that are put on you is that of a high-paid movie star or athlete. And that's it right there. You see, this excess life has been pushed on you and you and you, because there's money to be made by those pushing it. And then your neighbors and co-workers buy into it. And before you know it, it's everywhere, and you are now applying these standards to your life and who you will accept as far as someone to date and or someone to marry. You don't hear about moral character. You don't hear about being God-fearing and worshipping. You hear about house size, yearly salary, and ability to buy things in excess. We aren't talking about survival here. We are talking about you aren't deemed to be worthy of a relationship. Unless you can provide an overly excessive lifestyle that the average person can't afford without going into massive debt. Before you start adopting certain standards into your life, please take a look and find out where these standards are coming from. When you hear certain people talk about these types of relationship issues, they will talk about survival, this, that, and the other, when in reality it has nothing to do with survival. It has to do with entertainment. Can you provide the most entertaining and most expensive life? And because you can't, you are marginalized. When in reality you and someone else could actually build a decent life with each other. And actually a life with some fun and enjoyment in it as well. But people are being told, just like the narcissist, it's okay to have it now. You don't have to work for it. And the minute this person stops producing and stops being useful to your selfish needs, get rid of them and kick them out of your life like they never meant anything to you. And sadly, the more people do this, the more they lose themselves and the more of a hard time they have to pair bond with another person. And they become more and more like the narcissist themselves each and every day they live this way. I believe God sends to us a wife or a husband into our lives. Someone that isn't a narcissist. Someone that He wants good for them just like He wants good for us. But somewhere along the line Satan shows up with his narcissistic lie. And before we know it, the relationship is thrown away. And it's usually thrown away over money. Things. Stuff. Things of no great importance. We are talking about people here. I've heard individuals say, when in regards to leaving someone that is sick, you only live once. You should get out there and travel and have fun. Don't let your sick spouse drag you down. And I think to myself, is this what things have come down to? Going to an island for a couple of weeks is more important than a spouse that God put into your life for a reason. A spouse that has never done you wrong. A spouse that has always had your back. But you are listening to this person over here and that person over there, and being influenced by this movie and that television show. You are being influenced to think and believe that traveling to this place and that place and ditching this person that God put into your life will somehow bring you joy. Let me tell you what. Let me tell you what. That is some lost thinking right there. But it appears to be this ever-changing and raising bar of the narcissist that they have put upon society. So much so, relationships are now uncommon. That's right. A great amount of people are single and have no prospects of having a relationship or finding a significant other. And the reason it appears to be is because most people can keep up with this ever-raising bar and one narcissistic trap after the other. You see, narcissists don't want you to build. And they don't want you to love each other. They want you divided. They want you to be against each other. But ask yourself, if we had the bar of no narcissistic mistreatment, meaning having boundaries, and yes, This person should be trying to put their best foot forward. Though no one is perfect. I'm not and you're not. But we try and try and try as we must out there in life. But with dropping this unrealistic bar and starting to look at people as people. If they are decent, hard-working, and they love you, what is the problem? You would rather trade in what God has given you for what Satan has falsely promised you. And we know that false promise doesn't end in happiness. You hear story after story of regret, sorrow and pain. Because of believing this false lie and living to the standards of the ever-raising bar of the narcissist. Well, I think that's a good place for me to stop. Please tell me what you think. I would like to know. And again, I appreciate your support and kind words. I really mean that. With that said, I do hope your day is blessed. And until next time. Bye for now. And be good to yourself.